is not too slow. I've got a fantastic live for you today using 525, new and inspiring. And I cannot wait to show you all of this because I've got a fabulous layout for you as well. So if I put my messages on so I can see all of your messages, if you're jumping on, do say hello. And you might want to, you can watch this on Facebook or Insta. You will get a better video if you watch it on Facebook, okay? Because yeah, basically it's a little bit smaller on Instagram. So YouTube and video, YouTube and Facebook, you're gonna get a bigger video. Hello, Linda from Pittsburgh. It was lovely to see you all yesterday. I love our crop along as part of our kit group. So let's get straight on with it because I've got this photograph, and because it's all Monet kits, it's really, really good to use some of those art gallery photographs that you might have been to. So let's flick the camera around. Hello, Tammy, welcome. It's lovely to have you on as well. Hopefully we can give you a little bit of escapism today. Going into your Sunday night. Okay, so I'm just changing up some of these so we can turn it around. It is a little bit complicated, but we get there, and when we do, it's great. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got. I'm going to just move this across because there is so much to see. Now, I've got this photograph here, and at first I was thinking of doing, where is it? I was first thinking of doing this one because I really, really love that one. Hello, Carmen, from a warm, windy and wet Windlesham. Oh, well, that's, at least it's not cold on top of that. And hello from a sunny but chilly Tennessee. Oh my goodness, the dog is now barking as well. So let's get started. Hi, Anna, says Nancy. Nice to see you on as well. I hope everything went well. And Janet from Nebraska, it's going to be a day of 50 degrees. That's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. Okay, so I was going to do this one, and then I was like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. And then I was thinking about this one, and then I loved all of the embellishments on here. But then I came across, where is it now? This one. Was it that one I chose? Oh, now I've lost it. There's so many options, but I really wanted to focus on this line here. So there's the line in the photograph of the corner of this painting, and then there's a line in the gallery as well. And it was kind of all about masks, because we were wearing masks at this point. So let me just make sure that that was the one that I chose. And I thought I might flip it. Yeah, I'm going to follow this one, and this is the beauty of these books, is that you don't have to use, and I've talked about it a lot, you don't have to use the whole thing. You can use one bit, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm actually going to use this one. I've been umming and ahhing quite a bit today, haven't I, already? It's not a good start to the day if you're umming and ahhing on what sketch to use. But then, like we were talking about in the crop along, sometimes a little bit of time thinking and planning, and then something does come across and you're like, oh yeah, this is really, really good. I'm happy now. So I'm going to get it right, and I'm really going to focus on, I'm going to come back to it actually, because I'm just not sure. I think we will stick with this one. It's so weird. I was so definite, and now looking at it, I'm like, I'm not definite. I'm not sure. See, I could do this one here and turn it on the wonk and have it so it's, you know, kind of, yeah, let's do that one. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, so I'm going to keep my sketch there, and I'm going to just put a little bit of white around this, and then probably a little bit dark as well. Now I'm going to use my ruler here because I want it to be that sort of rustic look, because it's kind of a fun photo, albeit we're in a gallery. It is a fun photo, you know. It's kind of like, well, here we go. I felt like I think I've scrapbooked this one again recently, and I was telling you how I was so pleased that they had given us these. Well, they hadn't given it, I bought it, but I just loved it so much. These, I could buy these beautiful masks that were kind of like works of art in themselves. So I was quite chuffed about that. Okay, so I'm going to come in now. I've got all of these bits. I feel like I've scrapbooked this photo more recently than I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all, because we just scrapbook what we love. Now what I'm going to do is get these torn edges in here, okay? Amy Hook, hello, big wave back. You see this lovely torn section down here? Let me bring it up a little bit closer. I'm going to try and get that in there, okay? Now, how are we going for busy fuzziness? How is it all going? Do let me know if there's any freezing or anything else like that. I'm actually going to just let my phone do what it wants to do. And if it zones out, then I'll know that that's what's causing the issue. Okay? So I am just going to leave it and let it do what it needs to do. I'm going to lift this right up. There we go. We're back on. Now, we've got that lovely torn line. So I'm going to find some of that darker paper. I really just want to mix it up a little bit. Light and dark, light and dark, light and dark. I'm also going to use these because I love them so much. Is this paper here where you've got the combination of the flowers and the stripes. Now, my phone's just zoned out, so I'm interested to see what is going to happen here. Has it frozen yet? Or is it still going strong? Bring it back. Yeah, it did freeze, didn't it? It did freeze. Okay, so that might be the issue. So the other thing that I really want to use is these. So I'm going to come in and cut out some of these absolute beauties and have these as part of that paper. Oh, it's saying it's good. Oh. Maybe I fixed it. I was on the help desk again on Friday. Help! I literally I can't work this out. You're going to have to help me. Aren't we grateful for help desk customer service people? There should be a day, and there probably already is, but a day of help desk gratitude day, because those poor people, they must cop it something chronic. So, maybe we should start help desk gratitude day. Yeah, because they do work so hard. And then they've got people like me that sometimes don't even know how to turn my phone on and trying to do something that is so technical. So, yeah, thank you, customer service people, for all your help. All right, so I'm just going through and just cutting out and getting some of these fab edges. Whether it completely dropped off. Right, so I'm going to bring some more of those in. I love those a lot. Now, this kit actually, it's kind of right on the cusp now of being sold out. So when it's one person in, one person out at the moment. So if we get a cancellation for the kit program, which I'm afraid there are not many, then people are allowed to come in. So we've got a bit of a wait list going on for this. So it is such a beautiful kit. It is such a lovely kit. And yeah, it's definitely inspired me to do lots of different things as well. Okay, so I'm going to bring some of those in as well. We've got this lovely strip of striped business going down here as well. Okay, so that's going to sort of come down like that. And then what I think I might do is put it on something light. I actually might come in and use a little bit of craft just to keep that really, really organic look. It looks pixelated on my Instagram page. So if you're having trouble viewing this, you can try Facebook. Yeah, your screen is fuzzy, see? I did tell the guys, I went, guys, it's definitely not me. It's definitely not me. It's something going on. So yeah, you're very blurry. Okay, cool. All right, guys, I will carry on. I will do this layout. And we will see. So it's on Facebook as well as Instagram that we're getting a fuzzy picture. So yeah, they said to me that they thought it was fine, but and then you think, oh gosh, it is just me. You know, I've done. It is. Now, can you see that rich redness in there? I'm going to pull some of that out with that beautiful red paper. I just love that, the richness of those flowers. They look really, really lovely. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is one. I've obviously used this one a lot. You know, when you're just going through the same paper. But look at this. I reckon this will look absolutely gorgeous. I wonder how my screen is going now. Let me know how it's going. So what I think I'm going to do with this one is, in the background, we've got these kind of checks. Can you see these? These lines? Well, I think I'm going to use the stamps for that. And I'm going to use the frame stamp to get some of that. Okay. Now, is it still blurry, guys? I want to kind of know whether it's still blurry. So we need to incorporate some of that, and we need to incorporate some of this as well. So let me get my inks out. And I think I'm going to choose that red. And that might help bring in some of those. Is it still blurry? It is definitely looking blurry on Instagram. All the comments and captions block what you are doing. Oh, do they? How do I turn that off? All the comments and captions are blocking what you're doing. Ah, okay. Thank you. That's really good to know. What if I just come off that? Does that make any difference? But then I can't see your comments. Oh my goodness, what is happening with the world? What is happening? Okay. We'll slowly work through these tech issues, guys. All the comments and captions blocking what you're doing. Thank you, Suzette, for letting me know. I'll have a look and see. Is everybody else having that problem too? So all of the comments are showing over the top of the video? Because that's not going to work either, is it? All right, I suppose it depends which device you're working on, which you're watching it. All right, so what I'm doing now is just coming over and going to create that grid. So I'm just inking up this frame. I'm doing it quite boldly, not on Facebook. Okay, cool. So it might be, what are you watching this on, Suzette? Are you on YouTube? I'm wondering whether it might be a YouTube thing. All right, so I'm just going to continue. I might have some ghosties in there. Let's see if I can pull out a ghost print in there as well. Oh, sorry about that, Suzette. That's something I can add to my list on my little help desk. All right, just going to carry on grabbing some ink, turning it into this background. All right, now it's getting pretty bold. But I think it might work. When we add the photo back on, I think it might work. I hope it'll work. And if it doesn't matter. I can turn my piece of craft paper over and start again. You know, doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's about trial and error and play and going with the flow, which is not what I'm very good at with technology. But I am good at it with, you know, just colours and paper and stamping and all the fun things in life. Someone, I'm sure, will invent this kind of like AI tech support that lives in your house. And they just sort of, you know, you just can just call on them and say, okay, can you fix this, please? Because technology is getting too technical, peeps. Too technical. All right, there we go. Let's have a look to see how that's going. All right, great. So I like it, but now what I need to do is bring in what's happening at the back to the front a bit more. Does that make sense? So otherwise they just look like two separate sort of pieces. And that's not going to work for me. I've got to try and bring it all in and kind of make it all work. It's just very heavy. Let's just put the photo on first. I'm actually going to move these off at the moment. And I'm going to put the photo on. Oh, I think I kind of, in a way, prefer that. It's still that lovely line, though. I could use some strong blacks. Let's just put the see what I've got. Flipping through different kits here a bit. I love this green, and there's that rich green in that photo that I think I'm going to try and pull out, actually. Let's see if I can pull that out. How's the blurriness going, guys? Is it still pretty blurry? All right, I think that's a little bit richer. Just seems to be a little bit better in its richness. Facebook and Insta, you're getting the same thing. Okay, cool. Yes, about the comments, I switched over from Instagram to Facebook, not on Facebook. Okay, great. Facebook and Insta, you're still seeing it. Okay, cool. This is great feedback for me, guys, because I can then just take this back and say, this isn't working. This isn't, help me. All right. So I'm just going to come back. I really want that stripe. That stripe is coming out in there really, really well. I'm not liking those. They're too heavy. They're just taking away from what I'm looking for. Just wondering whether a little bit of ghost. It definitely needs that. I don't like how busy that was. It just wasn't working for me. All right, now there's a title coming down here. There's also so we've got a title coming down here. And then we've got this beautiful tag as well. Now I really want to change the background on this, but that red was too strong. So I'm going to put the red away. I think I know why it's freezing. So I'm going to actually have a chat. I'm going to add that down there, those strips of words down there. I want to bring in a bit of the washi tape because there's so much gorgeous washi tape in this as well. So I'm going to come in and choose some washi tape that I think suit it. And I'm going to just bring them down. It's freezing. Now crystal clear. Okay, so it is to do with, guys, my phone keep zoning out. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so I'm now coming in with that fab washi tape. And I'm going to just add a little bit of, because there's different sizes. My naughty dog got hold of one. Look, he's naughty. He's bitten through it. For whatever reason, I don't know whether anyone out there that's got a puppy, but just be careful. Dogs, puppies love washi tape. He sniffs it out and he literally sniffs it out, finds it, and then chews it. Just chews it. I mean, what dog chews washi tape? Yesterday, he's a white dog. He got hold of some blue eyeshadow, and then he jumped on the side and got hold of some chocolate cake. So his face was practically, it was chocolate and blue. He looked ridiculous. There's no other way of saying it. He looked absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'm continuing to use this washi tape, strips and strips and strips. It's such lovely washi tape. It really is. I'm in Kansas. Love your show. Have all your books. Very helpful. Oh, Suzette, that's so fabulous to hear. That is so lovely. These books are wonderful for inspiration. They really are. And they do make it quicker. You know, we were on the crop along yesterday for the kit group, and I think it was Connie in our kit group was using the sketches book, and she said it just went so fast, just bringing out her photo and being able to just scrap it so fast. It's a real gem, this one. And volume one's nice because of the simplicity of it sometimes, and you can kind of do what you want with it. You can, you know, tart it up if that's a word that you use, or you can keep it nice and simple. You don't have to. Now, all I'm doing is sort of coming in, and the beauty of washi tape, of course, is that it tears so well. And they're the kind of the rusticy bits that I want to add in. I mean, it's so green and blue. It's exactly like my mask, which is kind of what I wanted. I'm going quite crazy with this layout. It's going in a completely different direction. But you know what? I love this when this sort of happens. Now, there's still a lot of dark in this photo, isn't there? It's still really, those reds are kind of asking to be drawn out. I'm not sure whether I ended up doing this last time as well, but whether the darker pattern behind really works. I want to keep that stripy, but that stripy wants to go, and I'm not sure why. So, yeah, stripes are not working for me today. All right, so I've pulled out that washi tape. I love what that's done, just given it a completely different edge. I love the coloured, I love the flowers and the colours and what they're doing there. Feels a bit boring, doesn't it? What can we do to shake it up a bit? How can we shake it up, guys? God, it's just that fabulous painting that's sort of slanted that way that I want to draw out. And I've left a big white space around the back as well. That's really going to help me. And it's maybe that white space that's causing me grief. And I wonder whether it's causing me grief because what it's doing, now that doesn't look right either, I know, but what it's doing is it's causing too much of a divide between what's happening in the background and my photograph. And that is such an important consideration. Okay. So sometimes you need that large space, that really large frame to set your photograph apart. And then other times you need it to be a little bit smaller. Now, we might build on that frame a little bit more. We might draw in a little bit of stuff in there as well. I've got some other neutrals that might be quite nice. So I can pull out some of those. I've got a bit of gold. Look at this. What about a bit of that? Now, it looks crafty, but it's actually Misty. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, how are you going? I hope you are well. So I'm just going to, I think I'm going to pull this in. And the same thing again. I'm just sort of seeking that little bit of white on there. And then I'm going to tilt it exactly as the frame is in there. Okay, I'm going to tilt it. All right, brilliant. Let's clear my desk. Clear my desk. Clear head will help me kind of bring this home. That paper behind is really bothering me. Really bothering me, guys. What else have I got in here? Oh, what about this? Is this going to change my life or not? Yes, I think it could be. I'm going to remove that for now. I love that green. Love the green because the green is the contrast of the red. Why don't I find green, people? Oh, this is what could bring it home. Green and red. Okay, it's an idea. I love doing this. Just transforms your whole page. Judy, hello. I call you live. Welcome, welcome. Well, it's good now because we're on so many different channels. So I'm hoping you can, more and more people can catch us live because of that. Look at that. That's better. That's better, isn't it? Now I need to bring in more of that red. And I've got a little bit here. This might be too bright, but hey, let's stick it in and see what happens, shall we? Gosh, colour's important. I've forgotten how much, sometimes knowing all the theory about colour as well, you kind of forget. And look at that little splash of red in there. It's probably a little bit bright, but you know what? I'm going with it. I'm going to go with it. Now I'm loving the green, loving the textures that we've got sat behind here. I'm going to bring in that. I could also do a gold frame as well if I wanted to, but this space now is giving me quite a lot to work with, and I really, really like that. I really like the fact that I can have this area here for my title. It also gives us a little bit of a rest from what is happening over here. Because there's a lot, guys. There's a lot happening over here. Love even that little bit of white as well. Gotta love a splash of red. Oh, isn't it the best? And I love the green background. Yes, I think it looks good too. We'll go with that, people. We'll go with that. And if I had that metallic in red, which I don't, I've got a brown, but I don't have a red with that. But yeah, this is a metallic. The other green is this one, which is just a little bit darker as well. So we'll just hang that in there. We really are just going round and round in houses now. Anyway, let's just carry on. Green is beautiful. I love green too. So I think I'm going to leave you there with now doing all of that faffing. This grid, I actually think, could be created a little bit with some of this texture. So I am going to just, because we've got a really busy frame that's sat behind our photos, what we've got to do now, I suppose, in some respects, is sort of bring those two together. So I am going to come in with just a little bit of black and just get some of this just a little bit of what's happening here from the stencil, just a bit of script. Kind of goes with the oldie worldy feel, doesn't it? See how sort of small that is? Small, that's not the word. How dainty and delicate and subtle it is. Really, really subtle. I know that's just zoned out again. There we go. That's better, isn't it? That's better. Oh, I love that stencil. I think that stencil is going to become a new favourite as a bit of texture background. Oh, yes. Look at that. That's just softened that, giving it a nice sort of join, hasn't it? Can't forget my red. Snuck through there. Let's bring you back out. I've got my bright red earrings on as well. I haven't worn my bright red earrings for ages. Maybe I need to bring them back out, especially for today. So I might bring them in. That just brings those out. Fab, fab, fab. Now, lots of other things that we could add in there, especially that tag. We haven't even added the tag. This is kind of bothering me for some reason. I can't work out why. So I'm going to pull that out. Have a little look through. I still really love this stripy. Really, really love this stripy. I want to include it a little bit more, but I'm not sure. And what we could do as well. Let's have a look. We put in like different colour. They're quite blue, aren't they, the Monets? There's quite a lot of blue going on, blue tones in there. We need to do that. Kylie, love the work. Oh, thanks, Kylie. It's a little bit of a shambles today. I started off with something in my mind. It didn't go as I wanted. And now I'm back sort of kind of starting from scratch, which actually, in a way, is not a bad thing, is it? What's on the back of this? Oh, I love this paper. Look at the back of this. Oh, gee. This is such a beautiful kit. I know it's zoned out again. Right, let's pull out some of this green. And it says, gardening fills my soul. Garden of life, plant pots. There's kind of a bit of a gardening vibe here going on, guys. Can add that in as well. Bit of a gardening vibe. Oh, zoned out. And then the other one that I wanted was some of this in here as well. So essentially what I've created is one big, massive kind of photo mat. And the line of it has been really important because it's all been about following the lines of what is happening in the background. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there. What I'll do is I'll stick it all down and have fun with playing around with the different ways of kind of pulling that off. I even want to do something with the mask shape as well, like maybe mask the whole photo, the whole page or something like that, you know, to kind of go with the story of that time. What a crazy time. How lucky. Well, we're not all out of it, but you know how lucky we are now to be choosing what we do. Could even be higher, could be lower. You know, there's lots of different ways to play around with this. I have to get some old photos. Oh, yeah, that's lovely for this kit. A little bit of vintage vibe going on. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you're in the kit group, then obviously you can jump into Facebook, and we will be doing our pullouts today. So getting lots and lots of photographs onto your pages with the pullouts. So we'll be working on that. All right, guys, it's lovely to see you all. I'll be back here on Thursday afternoon, evening, or Friday morning if you're in Australia. And we will be, what are we working on? I'm not sure what we'll be working on then. I'm excited for whatever comes our way. All right, lots of love to you all. Take care.